All right, what's up, guys? Welcome to my music channel, Hit the Note. And in today's video, yeah, man, I watched the video. I watched the video where, yeah, TMZ caught up with Fabio Jackson, the Michael Jackson impersonator. And some of you guys may know of him. If you remember that video, there was a Michael Jackson impersonator that walked up on another Michael Jackson impersonator. It looked like they could have been in like Vegas or something. But he's standing there, like, like watching as if he was actually Michael Jackson. And that's the thing where I'm like, look, people, this just goes out to all impersonators. Like, if you're doing it for entertainment purposes, like you don't mean nothing behind it. Like whoever you were before, because I imagine his name. I don't know. Maybe that's his content creating name. Maybe it's his real name. I do not know. But overall, though, it's one of those things where I'm like, I just think people need to separate their entertainment side from who they are behind closed doors. Now, if who you are in an entertainment business, like if whoever you are behind closed doors, and that's like who you are in the entertainment business, like you're staying true to yourself pretty much. That's okay. That is 100% okay. But when people see you, my thing is this, right? Let's say Michael Jackson never existed. Do you think we would see a Fabio Jackson? Do you think we would see any Michael Jackson impersonator? No, because nobody doesn't know, nobody wouldn't have known who Michael Jackson was, all right? Or even if it's on some stuff where it's like he's still alive today. Yeah, we might have seen some Michael Jackson impersonators and stuff, but at the same time it's like we need to be able to like separate, and it's going more so to the impersonators. We need to be able to separate who Michael Jackson is from whoever you like trying to pretend to be. But that's the thing though, where it's like, why, I guess, like my thing is this, why are so many people caught up, I guess, like when they're impersonating Michael Jackson and they get into this mindset where they're all like, I'm Michael Jackson. But it's like you never see when people are like, I want to be a workhorse like Michael Jackson. I want to be able to, whatever it is that I got going on for myself, I want to be the Michael Jackson of whatever that is. So like, yeah, I want to be considered one of the greatest of all times and things. And I think that's overall what it needs to come down to, you as an individual. But when you're pretending to be somebody else, and then because the funny thing is, so how this all even started in the first place, like why this guy is even having his 15 minutes of fame. So the Michael Jackson trailer comes out. I know I'm going to go watch that movie. I know there's going to be a lot of other people. I already had said, me and my sister, we most likely are going to go off in that movie theaters, like Michael and Janet in that Scream video. We going to slide in, do that dance that they were doing. But realistically, jokes aside, though, yeah, we probably it's going to be me and my whole family. We going to go see that movie because, nah, man, it's like Michael Jackson. You're seeing a movie where his family is behind it, and then his nephew, who looks just like him and stuff, like he's playing as him. And I'm like, okay, I got to see how this movie is going to be. But I'm like, if anybody is going to impersonate Michael Jackson and do a good job at it, it got to be family. That's one thing that I say, and about like just all households, is that there's that one family member that can impersonate other family members and they do good with it. Like my thing is this: if they were doing a movie about my mom and they was like, yeah, let's say my mom was this like famous person, and they was like, oh, we need somebody, I guess not so much to impersonate her, but to like, I guess like tell the actor like this is how you need to be acting. Fam, it's one of those things where I'm like, they probably would have been all like, hey, let's kind of do like a Bob Burger situation and just have it where you voice your mom and stuff. I'm like, I'm down. I'm like, yeah, you guys might have to alter my voice a little bit. I kind of got like a Darth Vader thing going on. Voice is a little deep, but no, yeah, I'm like, I could, yeah, I could. It's one of those things because I'm like, I know my mom. But I'm like, my thing is this: if it's a toss up between Michael Jackson's nephew or Fabio Jackson, where it's like, fam, you most likely have never met Michael Jackson the day before your life, never been to any of his shows, probably ain't never sat down and really got to take in his music and listen to or watch his videos and stuff. Like, fam, me and my family, we be listening to Michael Jackson and watching his videos religiously. Okay, like it's like there's this religion called Michael Jackson where it's like it's mandatory to watch Thriller during Halloween. I guarantee and I promise you, this guy, it's like he watches like videos and stuff of Michael Jackson where he's like, oh, this would be a good video to him, like I guess to impersonate and stuff. Because he even did it in this video. It was like, I guess so. There was this video where Michael Jackson was like, oh, that's not true. Like, I think it was like the talking on the cosmetic surgery or something like that. And he was like, that's not true. And the guy started impersonating Fabio Jackson has started impersonating him on that. And I'm like, that's just such a weird thing to impersonate. But it's like, as far as like singing, dancing, any of that stuff, I know people are all like, well, how is he with that? I think that was him in that clip where he was trying to dance like Michael Jackson. No, it's one of those things. You could tell he was out of it. Like the thing is this, if let's just say Michael Jackson was still alive, but he was getting to that point in time of his age where he wasn't as fast and mobile like how he was when he was in his 20s, like when he was in his prime and stuff. I feel like even elderly Michael Jackson will be a much more better Michael Jackson than somebody, like I said, he's never met him. So, and that's the thing. So I was going to talk on that, not just because there's so many different things to say about this guy. But no, so the trailer comes out, he reacts to it, and you can tell in the trailer, like, he wasn't like happy, I guess, about the trailer and stuff. Like you could tell visibly he looked a little, I think it was jealousy, but yeah, you could tell that he wasn't feeling the trailer. Meanwhile, me, I'm like, fam, I'm watching the trailer and I'm like, man, I can't wait for them to come out with a full length trailer. I honestly can't wait for the movie to come out. But yeah, it's like I appreciated the trailer because that's the thing. I'm not trying to impersonate Michael Jackson. I'm not trying to be Michael Jackson. I'm just trying to be TMossBoss. I'm trying to be myself. So like I feel like that you would see the Jackson family, you would see that they would appreciate that more than somebody that's like, you're portraying jealousy. Like it was because I think he did say something about the Michael Jackson's nephew Jafar Jackson. He might have said something about his performance, but or not performance, but I guess like how he was portraying him. But then yeah, he was saying that he was like he would have liked to have portrayed Michael Jackson, and like I was saying, if it comes down between some random guy that's never met Michael Jackson or Michael Jackson's nephew, where he most likely met him on numerous occasions, probably then spent family, the holidays with each other and all that other stuff, like his nephew knows him. And even if it is on some stuff where he doesn't know him, he knows people that knows him. Literally his dad, his uncles and aunts and stuff, his grandmother and things. I'm pretty sure there's probably some other family members where it's like cousins, and it's like, yeah, it's like, or even, yeah, Michael Jackson's kids. It's like he has more resources to portray himself as Michael Jackson versus you, where it's like, oh, let me watch this TikTok video of Michael Jackson, and then yeah, like try to dance. I'm like, fam, when I was playing Michael Jackson the Experience, I feel like I was a better dancer than what I seen Fabio Jackson do. Yeah, my thing is this, let's have a competition, me and Fabio Jackson, where we play Michael Jackson the Experience, and let's see who gets a high score. And I guarantee and I promise you, it's been years since I played that game, but it's one of those things where I'm like, yeah, I think I would be a little bit more into it than he is. And that's the crazy thing about it. It's like, you are an impersonator. Usually like this, it's that type of stuff where it's like, if you want this part down, like let's just use a military movie as an example, right? When one of those guys is like, okay, like let's say the movie Zero Dark 30, right? When those guys are trying to like get in character for a soldier, they're contacting people. They're like, if they're trying to try out for this movie, they're contacting people. They're all like, okay, how should I hold the assault rifle? What call should I say on the walkie-talkie? How, if I'm flying a helicopter, what thing should I say to give people an authentic experience when watching the movie? I guarantee and I promise you, the guy, what was that movie, that Man in the Mirror movie? What was that guy's name that played as Michael Jackson? I feel like even Man in the Mirror movie, I feel like whoever that Flex Anderson, he's going to do a better job than Michael Jackson, or not Michael Jackson, but Fabio G. No, it's hold on for a second, let me backtrack on what I said. I apologize. You talking so fast and you get excited that you mess around and say the wrong name. My apologies, but y'all know what I was trying to say. Yeah, even he would have did a better job than Fabio Jackson. I would have rather seen him do this Michael movie, Flex Anderson, than whoever this Fabio Jackson guy is. But it's like, fam, you're not Michael Jackson. Whoever, I wonder if, I'm not going to put his personal name on blast, but let's just say his name is like Fabio Anderson or something like that. You're Fabio Anderson. You changed your name and your appearance to look like Michael and act like Michael and dress like Michael and all this other stuff. You are not Michael. Okay, like only person that can be Michael is Michael Jackson. Even his nephew is not Michael. Because at the end of the day, when they yell cut and that's a wrap, and this movie is all done, finished, and over with, he's going right back to being Jafar Jackson. Now, if he gets into some mindset where he thinks he's Michael and all this other stuff, then yeah, it's gonna take people to snap him out of that. But I think we live in a day and age where people understand the effect that it can have on you when you're playing a movie and you're playing as a character or whatever, and then it's like, or yeah, like an actual real person, and you trying to get in character, and it's like, fam, you're not that person. And I imagine his family is going to tell him that and let him know that and be all like, hey, you got to do it for this movie and do it right. But when it comes time to when they yell that's a wrap and this movie is all done and over with, the things, you got to go back to being who you are. That's why I like the one guy that played as Tupac in the All Eyes on Me video. He went back to being who he was. He was not going around dressed up as Tupac, going to places and all this other stuff. What else? The guy that played as Biggie, after that, well, actually, I take that back, because there was a video I just seen of him where he was performing Biggie's music and thing. I don't think he thinks he's Biggie, but he has to understand that he's not Biggie, you know. So, but yeah, man, it's just it's one of those things where I'm like, I just think that people like this guy, he needs to understand that it's like, this movie isn't about you or is for you. It's for a Michael Jackson fan, where it's like, you appreciated his music, you appreciated his movies, you know, you appreciated his like documentaries, just anything Michael Jackson related. You even take the time to appreciate his family. But when it's like you're only doing this because you are trying to gain something from it, yeah, that's why you're in the position that you're in right now. It's like you're not going to star in no Michael Jackson movie because you're not even taking time to appreciate the Michael Jackson legacy. So if you take the time to appreciate the legacy, then maybe you might get some opportunities to you know, I guess, do something Michael Jackson related, whether it's opening up a museum of, yeah, Michael Jackson, whatever the case may be. But it's like, you have to understand that you are not Michael. And I seen some stuff like that too, where he was like, Michael Jackson was trying to look like him. Who are you? That's the thing where I'm like, you say things like that and it's like, fam, who are you? That's what you need to understand. That's what you need to know. If it wasn't for Michael, we would not know who Fabio Jackson is. So that's why I'm like, people, you need to understand, all right? If you be going around and impersonating people, if you're doing it for entertainment, okay, that's cool, that's fine. But if you're doing it because you're like, oh no, I am actually Michael, I'm this, I'm that, and it's like you're hyping yourself up. You don't need to be hyped up, but yeah, and you're the only one hyping yourself up and things. It's like you need to understand that you gain followers because yes, you have a striking resemblance to the later years of Michael, and then people are curious to see what they're judging you. Pretty much they're judging you and they're trying to see if you're going to give out a good Michael Jackson performance. That's why people are following you. They're not following you for you, they're following you because they want to see Michael Jackson content. So that's why I'm like, people need to understand that it's like, really, at the end of the day, this is bad for you, where it's like you're trying to impersonate. Because let's say he drops the whole Michael Jackson act and he's like, oh, I'm gonna be Fabio Anderson and stuff, I'm gonna be me from now on and things. Yeah, no, it's like people are like, okay, well, I'm unfollowing. I don't want to watch content based off of whoever you were before you decided to become Michael Jackson and stuff. So yeah, and it's like people need to realize that and understand that. But yeah, it's like you got some people out there where it's like they just, for some reason, it's, yeah, they get caught up in this mindset and they think that they're Michael, and they think that it's like, oh, I could get away with this stuff, and it's like, nah, bro, you can't. So but anyways, with that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and peace.